Welcome to uKnowva HRMS Foundation course series. In this video, we'll walk you through accessing, creating, editing, and deleting workflows to streamline your organizational processes. Let's get started. To access workflows, go to the HR menu in the left side panel and click on the Workflow submenu. This opens the Workflows list page, where you'll see a table listing all pre-configured workflows. Each entry includes details like title, file name, creation date, and actions. To view details of a specific workflow, click the three-dot menu under the Action column and select View. This opens a detailed overview of the workflow configuration. To search for a specific workflow, use the search field at the top left corner. Enter a keyword and click Search to filter the list. Click Reset to clear the filter and view all workflows again. To add a new workflow, click the plus button on the Workflows list page. A new interface opens with 4 tabs. First is the Workflow Settings tab. Here, you can define the workflow's title, file name, and category. Configure the triggers with your own PHP code or script below to execute the workflow action automatically. Let's break it down simply. These triggers are all about timing when specific actions in the workflow should happen. For example, you can set actions to run before or after key moments like submitting, approving, rejecting, or canceling a request. Think of it as setting up automatic responses or checks at the right time. For instance, you can send a notification right after a request is approved or validate details before a cancellation is finalized. These triggers ensure the workflow runs smoothly without manual intervention, saving time and reducing errors. Now, the next section is where you fine-tune how the workflow operates. Toggle buttons let you customize features like email approvals, saving drafts, or allowing users to reinitiate rejected requests. For example, enabling Allow Email Approval lets people approve requests directly from their inbox, making it faster and more convenient. Or, turning on Enable Save as Draft allows users to save their progress and come back later, which is great for longer forms. These behaviors give you control over how flexible or strict the workflow should be, depending on your needs. Scroll the page to configure levels for configuring access settings like access type to define an approver at each stage from the given list of users. For instance, selecting all superiors, immediate superiors only, or HR managers will automatically disable the access field and display an A, as these roles are already predefined within the system. Similarly, choosing immediate superiors of approvers or skip-level managers follows the same behavior, as these options do not require additional customization. If you select Selected Users Only, the system will enable the access field, allowing you to choose specific users from a drop-down list. When you opt for Selected User Groups Only, the access field transforms into a drop-down where you can select from predefined user groups. For more advanced workflows, you can use options like Custom PHP Logic or Custom Field. Choosing Custom PHP Logic activates the access field, where you can input custom code to determine access dynamically. Allow Editing and Allow Delegation lets you edit the workflow at the approval stage and delegate the same to another user if required. Approve by Field lets you decide whether you need single, multiple, or any specific approver at this level. You can automatically assign the approving task to another user if the approver is not available and choose to skip the level if the user is not found in the system. For reminders, set the number of days after which the system should send follow-ups by filling in the Send Reminder on field. Additionally, you can send a request for automatic approval or rejection by configuring Auto Approve Reject and Take Action automatically on fields. Use the plus button to add more levels and the bin icon to delete them. Need to add more fields at this level or stage? Click on the Add button under the Additional Approval fields. A new window opens which allows you to drag and drop text, email inputs, and more at the center to configure this new field accordingly. Click Submit to save the settings. Second is the Form tab. Navigate to the Form tab in uKnowva HRMS. You'll see a drag and drop interface with a left side panel containing 4 menu options: Basic, Data, Layout, and uKnowva Fields. Click on Basic to expand the options. Drag and drop fields like text, email, phone number, day, password, checkbox, and select boxes into the center of the page to start building your form. Click on Data to access advanced options. Choose Data Grid, to create a grid, or Survey to design a survey form. Click on Layout to customize the form structure. Use options like HTML element, columns, panel, field set, tabs, and table to organize your form. Click on uKnowva fields to integrate system data. Add fields like user, profile fields, and attachments to make your form more dynamic. Once you've added fields to the form, hover over any field to see advanced options. Move button to move the field up or down. Wrench icon to edit the field in JSON format. Clipboard icon to copy the field and paste it elsewhere. Gear icon to open the field editor for detailed customization. And when you're editing a field in your form, think of it like fine-tuning a musical instrument. You're adjusting every little detail to make sure it plays just right. Each field comes with more tabs, and each tab lets you tweak something specific to make the field work exactly how you need it to. Let's walk through what you can do in each tab. First is the Display tab. This is where you control how the field looks and feels to the user. You can change the label, decide where it sits, and even add placeholder text to guide users on what to enter. Want to give users a little extra help? Add a description or tooltip text. If you're feeling fancy, you can even throw in some custom CSS to make it look unique. But that's not all. This tab also has some advanced tricks up its sleeve. For example, you can hide the field, disable it so users can't edit it, or even set it as the first thing someone sees when they open the form. It's all about making the field visually intuitive and user-friendly. Second is the Data tab. This is where the brains of the field live. Here, you decide how the field interacts with data. Need the field to accept multiple values? Toggle that on. Want to pull data from a database? You can map it to specific columns or even write a custom query to fetch exactly what you need. You can also set default values, make the field read-only, or even clear its value if it's hidden. And if you're dealing with a lot of data, you can enable lazy loading to keep things running smoothly. This tab is all about making sure the field works seamlessly with the data it's handling. Third is the Validation tab. This is your quality control tab. Here, you set the rules for what's allowed in the field. Is it required? Make it mandatory. Want to show a custom error message if someone messes up? You can do that too. But it doesn't stop there. You can add custom validation rules or even use JSON logic for more advanced checks. This tab ensures that the data you collect is accurate and meets your standards, saving you from headaches later. Fourth is the Conditional tab. This is where you add some smart logic to your field. Want the field to show up only if a certain condition is met? Set up simple true-false rules. Or, if you're feeling adventurous, you can write advanced conditions using JavaScript or JSON logic. For example, you can make a field appear only if someone selects yes in a previous question. It's all about making your form dynamic and responsive to user input. So why does all this matter? Well, these tabs give you the power to customize every little detail of your field, how it looks, how it behaves, and how it interacts with data. Whether you're building a simple contact form or a complex workflow, these options let you fine-tune your fields to fit your exact needs. And that's what makes your form not just functional, but exceptional. Now, go a step further and use the preview option on the right side of the editor to see how the field will look and function. Make adjustments as needed. Click Save to confirm your changes, cancel to abort, or remove to delete the field. Third on the Workflow page is the Additional Workflow Settings tab. Use it to customize how workflow data appears on listing pages, detail pages, and export files. The last one is the Menu Settings tab. Here you can set where the workflow appears in the application and specify user groups with access. Once configured, click Submit to save the workflow. Once you've set up a workflow, it's essential to preview it to ensure it works correctly. Here's how you can do that. Go back to the Workflows list page by navigating to the HR menu and selecting Workflow. Locate the workflow you want to test. In the Action column, you'll find the Execute button. Click the Execute button. This will open the form associated with the workflow, allowing you to check whether the workflow is looking as you expected it to turn out. Otherwise, go back to the Workflow list page to make the changes as required. To fix these changes, click the three-dot menu under the Action column. Select Edit. This takes you back to the original workflow interface, where you can edit or modify all 4 tabs. Ensure right triggers, certain behaviors, levels, and approval configurations are set in the Workflow Settings tab. Add or remove fields in the Data Entry form in the Form tab. Additional Workflow Settings tab lets you adjust how data is displayed and exported. Menu Settings tab lets you change the workflow's title, parent menu, or user group access. After making changes, click Submit to save the updated workflow. Previewing newly created workflows ensures that the workflow functions as intended, reducing errors and delays in real-world scenarios. It helps you identify and fix issues right on time as soon as the workflow goes live. To delete workflows, go to the Workflows list page. To delete multiple workflows, select the checkboxes next to their names and click the bin icon at the top right corner. To delete a single workflow, click the three-dot menu under the Action column and select Delete. A confirmation prompt will appear. Click OK to delete permanently or Cancel to abort the action. And that's it! You've now learned how to access, create, edit, and delete workflows in uKnowva HRMS, ensuring your processes are efficient and up-to-date. Thank you for watching.